Here is the first lesson for resolution on trombone. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Let me get this moved over a little bit. Let's talk about what we need to know. First thing is your key signature. It's always the first thing you look at, so you know how to play your notes correctly. In our key signature, we have B and E flats. Now, what does that mean for us? That means every B we play will be B flat, which we know as first position, or for baritone is open. And we know that E flat is third position, or for baritone, first finger. Now we'll be switching back and forth between baritone and trombone, so I can make sure that I play on both. Let's look at what we have here. First thing is that big black line with the number 7 over it. That's the first thing we see in our music. Okay? What does that tell you? If you remember from some of the other music we've worked on, that means that is a 7-measure rest. Okay? Now, in order to make sure we have the correct speed, we need to know the tempo. If you look at the top of your page, just above that number 7, you see allegro. Quarter note equals 144. You want to get a tuner or metronome. You don't have to, but this will help you out. And you want to turn the metronome on. You want to set that number, it says tempo, to 144. That's our tempo. So if that's our tempo, when we count this 7-measure rest, we're going to count like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4. That's measure 8. Alright? Now, we're probably not going to play it that fast, so I'm going to slow it down just a click. There, that's a better tempo. So after that 7-measure rest, we have, what is that? That is a half rest, so that's 2 beats of silence. Then we have our quarter rest, 1 beat of silence. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 4, rest, 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 4, 1. Alright, so we play it. We have beat 4, and then beats 1 and 2 is that half note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, off. 4, 1, 2, off. 4, 1, and so on and so forth. So if I'm starting, we've already counted that 7 measures of rest, so we're going to have 3 beats of silence, and we come in on that G. Let me make sure that I'm in tune here. Yeah, okay. Alright. So we're looking for this. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, which is those 3 beats of silence in measure 8. And 1, 2... That takes us all the way to measure 13. So, first thing you need to make sure you do is 1, have the right partial. Okay? Because if we have the wrong partial, you'll get... and the notes just won't sound like they match. Okay? So your first note, your G. And then your next note, your C. Make sure we are solid, we get a big jump between those two. Next thing is, what's your dynamic? If you notice, underneath that measure, you have this written. You know that means our forte. So you're going to play full volume with good tone. Okay? The next thing, something else we've also talked about in a piece of music, is accent. You know when you have accent, when you have an accent, you're going to hit the note a little bit stronger and separate it a little bit. So if I have 4 quarter notes, okay, I'm going to do it on F, that'll be a little bit easier for me. 4 regular F quarter notes. Let's say I accent the third. Hear that? It was a little bit louder, and I spaced it. I put some space at the end of it, so I cut it off a little bit early. That's what we're looking for. If we do standard articulation for this, then we'd get... Well, we don't want that. We want some separation. Alright, so you want a little bit of space between those notes. Now, if you're tapping your foot and you're counting, you're going to be in good shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. 4, 1, 2, rest. 4, 1, so on and so forth. Alright, and that takes us all the way to measure 13. Now, the end of 13 going to measure 14 is a little bit different because we have different pitches to play. I'm going to play starting at pickups to 9, and I'm going to play all the way to the downbeat of 17. Okay, I'm going to do this on baritones, that way I can make sure I'm playing both. Alright, now, I'm going to start pickups to 9, finger along. You can play it with me if you want. I want to count off so that way you can rewind and actually play it with me. Okay, here's pickups to 9. 1, ready. Sorry about that. Now I got it. And 1, ready. Alright, then 17 is a little bit different. So when you're playing, all accents have to have a little bit of space. And if they're not accented, go back to what we call standard articulation, which is how we regularly tongue notes. Alright, now at 17, there's no more accents, are there? No. And it's a different dynamic, it's piano. Okay, so we're playing 15 and 16, nice and strong, so it says forte. And then we get down to piano at 17. One, two, three. Alright, now, you may notice I don't have the best tone on baritone because I haven't played it in about 3 weeks. I've been doing trombone. So we have that dynamic change. Did you notice I still separated my notes a little bit? That's what we're looking for. Okay? Now let me ask you a question. Measure 20. When I counted that, first of all, that's a whole rest. So that's four beats of silence. Why did I only count 3? Did you catch that? I did this at 20. 1, 2, 3. Why did I do that? Because I breathed on beat 4. Okay? When you are counting through, you're not going to be counting out loud. You're going to be counting in your mind. So you can count 4 so you can breathe. Okay? So I'd be thinking, then I'd play it. I just counted 4 in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did that. Okay? But we can't really say it and breathe it at the same time. Okay? So just make sure you get 4 full counts on that measure of rest. Let's play 17 together. We're going to go all the way down to 25. No, I take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20. We're going to go to 33. Okay? We're going to go slow so you can make sure you get some notes. By the way, if you don't know a note, that's okay. If, for instance, you forget that your G is 4th position for baritone, write it. Write it. There's nothing wrong with writing on your music. Now, let's say, for instance, you forget what G is on baritone. You figure out its 1st and 2nd valve. Someone do that. Or what some of my students like to do, because they are much better artists than myself. They would do that. Or something that probably looks a little bit better. That's just telling you the first 2 vowels are down. Write whatever works. It doesn't matter. Just write whatever works for you. Alright, let's play 17. And 1, 2, Actually, tell you, let me turn the metronome on. That way, we can have a nice, steady, slow tempo. Here we go. 1, 2, 17. Right, and that's what we're shooting for. Now, the tempo we're going to perform it is this speed. 2, 3. Still piano. Fast air won't have that happen. Okay, fast air you use, that won't happen. Okay, I'm kind of playing with improper air because I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say next. All right, biggest thing to remember at 17, it's piano. It's piano. So you want to make sure that you play quietly with a good tone. All right, and 13 all the way down to 40, it's the same thing, it's just stronger, so you get to play with a bigger tone. All right, we'll cover the rest of it in the next lesson. Thanks for joining me.